Hey guys, your boy HB. We are back, and today I have a very interesting battle for you guys. Today we're going to be going over Sosuke Aizen versus Voldigoad. I thought this video would be very interesting. I thought it was very interesting. I haven't talked about these guys on my channel yet, and I thought this matchup would be very interesting. I'm going to go over their feats, their scaling for both characters, and see who comes out on top. So first I'm going to go into Aizen first, Sosuke Aizen, his feats, his scaling, and then I'm going to go over Anos, and then at the end of their feats and scaling, I'll say where I have them at, and then later in the video, I will give my opinion on who I think wins the fight. So let's get into it. So Ishin, he's shown an impressive feat where he's able to shake a realm, which is a very impressive feat. Now why this is impressive is that Yusuke talks about how like the realm, different realms in Bleach, some of them are a hyperspace, and the one that Ishin shook was a hyperspace. So this would make his feat 4D. This would make Ishin shaking this realm as a 4D feat. And then third fusion Aizen transcends Ishin, so that would make him 5D, because Ishin and Yusuke talk about how they cannot perceive this Aizen, like at all, like they cannot perceive him. And then Aizen can't sense or, well, also what I was saying about Aizen is Aizen talks about how he has transcended both Soul Reapers and Hollows. So this would be consistent with how Ishin and Yusuke cannot sense Aizen. So this is, like I said, confirmation that third fusion Aizen is like a 5D being. And then Aizen, when he's about to fight Dangai Ichigo, Aizen can't sense or perceive Dangai Ichigo, which would make Dangai Ichigo a 6D being, because Aizen cannot perceive him, can't sense him. Like Aizen says, the spiritual pressure is a little bit different for Dangai Ichigo. And then we see that Aizen goes into his full fusion, and then he's able to react and scratch Dangai Ichigo. So this would make Aizen 6D, because like I said, he's able to perceive, react to Dangai Ichigo. And then when Ichigo goes Bugetsu, fourth fusion Aizen states he can't perceive him, and like Ichigo is on a higher plane, higher dimension than fourth fusion Aizen. So this would make Bugetsu Ichigo a 7D being, because he is a higher plane, higher dimension than fourth fusion Aizen. And then going into the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, Yuha talks about how Ichigo has regained his power, and that he regained the power that he used to defeat Aizen. And like in his base state, it's talked about how from Yuha that he's kind of like comparable to like his Mugetsu like state. It's not directly stated about that, but like it is inherently like implied, like Ichigo's base state is that strong, because he's able to react and fight Yuha, so it would make sense. And characters do get stronger. I don't know why, for some reason. For Bleach, this doesn't, people don't see this or it applies to them, but this does apply to Bleach characters. So basically, base Ichigo in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc is comparable to his Mugetsu form, and then when Ichigo can stack on all of that, he's stronger than his Mugetsu form. Now, why this is impressive is that Aizen would scale to this, like a 1,000-Year Blood War arc, Aizen would scale to this because Aizen was able to react and swap hands with Yuha for a little bit. Like, since Aizen was able to swap hands with Yuha and not completely get destroyed, but he's able to react to him and swap hands with him, this would make him 7th dimensional. Because like we get to Ichigo with 7D, and then Aizen, like he would be on that level, like 1,000-Year Blood War, Aizen would be on that level, because he should be comparable to a base Ichigo that I said was equal to Magetsu. So this would make Aizen 7D. And then let's go over some speed feats. So Kenpachi in the Bleach Light novel Can't Fear Your Own World is able to react to this guy. I forget what his name is, but he's able to react to this guy, and he has speed that's like God-like speed, and like he has speed that time itself like is stopped and everything is like stopped. And Kenpachi's still able to fight this guy. I forget what his name is, but so this would mean that this guy that Kenpachi's fighting, this would be an inaccessible speed feat for Kenpachi, and Aizen would scale above this because he would be stronger than Kenpachi. And then another interesting speed feat and speed scaling for Aizen is that the cleaner is a thing that shifts like time backwards. And Yoruichi and Yusuke are talking about like the cleaner and stuff, and then Ishin talks about how Ishin states that the cleaner thrower can go backwards in time, like can go back in time and disrupt the flow of time, and it can go back in time to centuries rapidly and like flow of time. So this would be an immeasurable speed feat for the cleaner because it's going back in time, and Aizen is able to completely just handle the cleaner. So this would mean that Aizen would be this is very good immeasurable speed scaling for Aizen. So this would mean like Aizen would be like complex multiversal level, and he should have immeasurable speed due to the cleaner scaling. So now let's get into Anos. Anos doesn't have that many feats for like Aizen does, but for Anos, I'm still gonna go over him because even though he doesn't have that many feats, he still has some impressive stuff for him. So it's stated that Anos can destroy a universe with one punch. This is very casual for Anos. And then Anos contains infinite futures and timelines. Like he can he can do this, and his universe, multiple universes contains like infinite futures and timelines. Like one universe contains infinite futures and timelines, and Anos can easily contain. And then he can destroy the Silver Sea without his sword, and then one of the universes has like infinite timelines and stuff like that, which would be 4D, and then there is a plane beyond the Silver Sea, which would make the realm like 5D. So this realm that's beyond the Silver Sea would be a 5D realm, and Anos should be able to do this casually, so this would make equal scale to it. And then, so this would make Anos like low complex multiversal. And then for speed for Anos, before we go into speed, here's what I was saying about that the Silver Sea, and then like I said, this realm being beyond the Silver Sea would make Anos 5D or around 5D, and then Anos is able to he can easily destroy this realm. So this would make Anos have 5D scaling. And then, like I said, for speed, Anos can casually move through time. This is shown in the anime and in the light novel. And then Anos talks about how time doesn't apply to him, and he fought somebody who was beyond the concept of time. So this would make Anos have immeasurable speed because he's not bound by time. He can go forwards and backwards in time, so time is not bound by him. So I would say Anos should have 5D scaling for AP, and then for speed, he should have inaccessible to immeasurable speed, but probably immeasurable speed. So now let's go over who I think wins this fight. So I think in terms of AP, I think Aizen has higher AP, and I think Aizen hits harder due to scaling and his 7th dimensional scaling. And in terms of speed, I think Aizen and Anos are pretty equal in speed, I believe. And then for durability, I would say Aizen because his AP was scaled to his durability. And then for skill, I think Aizen is a more skilled fighter than Anos. Anos hasn't, to me, he hasn't shown enough like skill feats in my opinion, whereas Aizen has. Because like the characters in Bleach are very skilled combatants. And then for fight versatility, I have them both equal. They both have like enough versatility and arsenal to give each other some trouble. And then intelligence, I think they're both equal. I know Aizen's smart, but Anos is really, really smart as well. So like in intelligence, I have them both equal. I think that's fair. And then for stamina, I have Anos because I believe he fought Smite for billions of years. I think Bleach's best stamina feat is Ichigo and Machine doing like or Ichigo was able to fight for like a month or two straight, which is insane. But yeah, I think Anos has I think he has the stamina. So how do I see this fight going? I see like Aizen and Anos like brawling for. Personally, I think Aizen would just overwhelm Anos. I think Aizen's spiritual pressure would be too much for Anos. I think it'd be way too much. I think Aizen would probably soul crush Anos in my opinion because Anos doesn't have high enough AP to not be soul crushed. Because it's shown in Bleach that like if you're not high, if you don't have a high enough power or spiritual pressure, you're gonna get soul crushed. So like I feel like Aizen just his raw power, since he vastly outscales him in AP. I feel like his spiritual pressure might be too much. As funny as that sounds, his spiritual pressure might be too much for Anos. And though Anos has a stamina, you know, though he has the advantage in stamina, I see Aizen just taking care of him. I mean, Aizen might toy around for a little, but eventually Aizen's gonna get bored, and I see him ending the fight, in my opinion. I don't think Aizen has enough power to put down. I mean, I don't think Anos has enough power to put down Aizen. I just don't see it. Maybe Aizen wouldn't soul crush or spiritual pressure him, because like, though Aizen was like 5D and Ishin and Yusuke, I said Ishin was like 4D. He didn't get soul crushed, but you could argue Aizen was very, very much suppressed. So, in my opinion, I see Aizen taking this job, in my opinion, because I think he just severely outscales him in AP and strength, and then durability too, and then yes, Anos has the stamina, but like Aizen, I think Aizen would just walk through what Anos throws at him, and I think he would just like bully him and completely just overwhelm him with his sheer power and maybe even spiritual pressure alone. But even if Anos doesn't get soul crushed, I just think Aizen's too. I think Aizen he just too much outscales him in AP and his durability, and I don't see how Anos can severely hurt Aizen. So I think Sosuke Aizen takes the fight, in my opinion, with mid difficulty. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. How do you see this fight going? Like, what do you guys think? But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy, How Should I Be? And we're out. Peace.